Private constructor. Private constructor is used to prevent creating instance of a class. Thus, object cannot be created of the class which contains private constructor. Here we can see class news today having private constructor private news today. Here the sentence, this is news about secret mission. Now if we want to prevent the instance of class or to stop the instance of class, or if we don't want to create object of this class, then we declare this constructor as private. If we try to create the object, then we get the error private constructor news today is inaccessible due to its protection level. In this way, because of this private constructor, we cannot able to create object of this class. If we create method and we put this sentence in this method, then also we cannot able to create the object. We get the same result. If we do not use an access modifier with the constructor, then it becomes private by default. If we remove this private, now we can see there is no any access modifier to this constructor. If we build a solution, here private constructor news today is inaccessible due to its protection level. We get the same result. If we do not give any access specifier here, then it becomes private. In this way, if we do not use an access specifier with the constructor, then it becomes private by default. Private constructor is used to stop a class to be inherited. If we don't want this class to be inherited, now this is new general class and it inherits news today class. If we build a solution, here we get the error private constructor news today is inaccessible due to its protection level. In this way, we cannot able to inherit this class having private constructor. If we mention here private, in this way we cannot able to inherit the class having private constructor, and we cannot able to create the object of that class. Private constructor is used in a class that contains only static members. Let's see with example. Now we first remove this derived class, then we temporarily remove this method, Then here we have taken static string variable paper price and static integer variable paper name. We have taken static void show paper method and we have passed this static string paper price and static int paper name variables as a parameter to this method. Then console.writeLine, the newspaper is paper name having price rupees paper price. Here we have taken this paper name variable and here we have taken this paper price variable. Now we can see the variables are static variables and the method is also static method. In this way, all the members of the News Today class are static. If we comment this line where we have created the object, if we give class name News Today, we can see we can able to access static variables and static method. If we pass the parameters, if we build a solution, build succeeded, there is no any error. If we run the program, we get the output. The newspaper is the Indian Express having price rupees 5. In this way, if the class contains static variables and static methods, that is, it contains all the data members static. In this case, there is no need of creation of object. So the constructor of this class declared as private. If a class contains only private constructor without parameter, then it does not contain public constructor without parameter. If we try to create public constructor without parameter, if we build solution, we get the error. The private constructor News Today already defines a member called News Today with the same parameter types. In this way, if there is private constructor without parameter, then we cannot able to create public constructor without parameter. If we want to create an object of a class with private constructor, then there must be public constructor. But we have seen here that we cannot create public constructor without parameter. Let's see in the example. We put this sentence here. Then here we can see we cannot able to create public class without parameter. Here we pass parameter. Here we declare the name, then pass this in then pass this in name. Here if we run the program, this is news from Times of India, and we can access this method also. This is news from Times of India, showing news now. In this way we have created public constructor, and we have passed the parameter to this public constructor, and we have passed the parameter to this object, and because of that we can able to create the object of this class and able to access method also, even though there is private constructor. In this way, if we want to create an object of a class with private constructor, then there must be public constructor. But if the private constructor is without parameter, then the public constructor should not be without parameter. It should be with parameter. Then only it is possible. So that's all for private constructor in C#. Thanks for watching.